Ahsoka Tano, once a Jedi padawan, a warrior in the Clone Wars, and a symbol of hope. But what if her path had twisted into something much darker? What if, instead of walking away from the Jedi Order and resisting the Empire, Ahsoka chose vengeance, anger, and ambition? What if she became not just an Inquisitor, but the Grand Inquisitor? In this alternate timeline, we explore a galaxy reshaped by one decision, one fall, one Togruta who didn't run from her pain, but embraced it. This is that story, a chilling, powerful reimagining of what could have been. The seeds of darkness were always there. After being wrongfully accused by the Jedi Order, Ahsoka walked away. In the canon timeline, she never truly returned. But imagine if she did come back, not to forgive, but to confront. She sees the hypocrisy, the politics, the failures. She sees Anakin, her master, struggling, being ignored, dismissed by the Council. Instead of distancing herself, she leans into her rage. She starts to believe the Jedi deserve to fall. Palpatine senses this. As he manipulates Anakin, he also reaches for Ahsoka, whispering, tempting, promising power, justice, revenge. And when Order 66 begins, it isn't a betrayal to her, it's a cleansing, a necessary evolution. As the public crumbles and the Empire rises, Ahsoka makes a choice. She doesn't hide, she doesn't fight back. She goes to Coruscant. There she confronts Palpatine, and instead of fighting him, she kneels. Darth Sidious is surprised, intrigued. He never expected her to fall willingly, but he sees potential in her. With Anakin, now Darth Vader, he sees Ahsoka as the perfect tool to shape the next generation of dark-side agents. She's not given the title of Darth, she's something else, a shadow, a whisper. And soon, she becomes the Grand Inquisitor, not because of fear or force, but because she earns it. Under Ahsoka's command, the Inquisitorius transforms. No longer just hunters, they're tacticians, spies, assassins. She trains them personally, reshaping them into a disciplined force capable of rooting out any surviving Jedi or Resistance cell. Unlike the other Inquisitors, Ahsoka doesn't rely solely on cruelty or intimidation. She uses precision, psychology, strategy. She knows how Jedi think, and that makes her their most dangerous enemy. Even Vader begins to take notice. He doesn't trust her, not fully. He senses conflict within her. But Sidious fuels the rivalry, pushing them both to greater depths. The galaxy begins to fear a new name, Inquisitor Tano. Over the years, Ahsoka hunts down former Jedi. Some she kills, others she captures, but a select few she spares for interrogation, for information, and sometimes because she hesitates. Deep down, she still feels echoes of her old self. When she encounters a Jedi who once trained under Master Plo Koon, someone who reminds her of her early days at the temple, something stirs in her. She doesn't strike immediately. Instead, she listens. But then, she buries those feelings, tells herself it's necessary, that her mission is more important. One day, she encounters a young, Force-sensitive child, one who reminds her of herself. She wavers. The child escapes, and that moment of weakness causes ripples she doesn't yet understand. In this timeline, the Ghost Crew still forms. Kanan Jarrus, Ezra Bridger, Hera Syndulla, they still rise up against the Empire. But now their greatest threat isn't just Vader, it's Ahsoka. When she first confronts Kanan and Ezra, there's confusion. Kanan recognizes her. Ezra senses something buried. She was supposed to be a hero, but now she's their executioner. Their first battle is intense. Kanan is wounded, Ezra is nearly captured, only Hera's quick thinking saves them. After that, she becomes obsessed. Ezra reminds her of what she once was, what she could have become, and that makes her dangerous, desperate. Tensions rise between Ahsoka and Vader. Though they both serve the Emperor, they clash often. Ahsoka's growing influence within the Inquisitorius threatens Vader's control. Her methods are efficient, but her ambition is rising. Eventually, the Emperor sends them on the same mission, a test. They're sent to Lothal, where rumors of Jedi activity resurface. And there, Vader and Ahsoka find themselves side by side, until a confrontation erupts. In the depths of a crumbling temple, the two former allies ignite their sabers. Red versus red, master versus student, pain versus purpose. The duel is brutal, emotional, but it ends with no clear victor. Vader is wounded, Ahsoka is shaken. But most of all, something is awakened inside her. Doubt. Ahsoka begins questioning, slowly, quietly. She starts seeking out old recordings. She listens to Anakin's voice from the Clone Wars archives. She revisits places like Mortis, searching for answers. She starts to realize how far she's fallen, how much she's become what she once fought. And when she crosses paths with a surviving Jedi youngling, now a grown rebel with a lightsaber of their own, she hesitates again. This time the hesitation becomes a turning point. She spares them, helps them escape, and from that moment on, the Empire watches her more closely. Vader demands answers. The Emperor grows suspicious. The shadow of betrayal looms. Ahsoka decides to act. She begins secretly passing information to rebel cells. Coordinates, schedules, weaknesses in the Inquisitor ranks. She uses her position to sabotage from within. But it's not long before her secrets are discovered. One of her own Inquisitors, a rival jealous of her favor, exposes her to Vader. She's cornered, trapped aboard a Star Destroyer. There's only one way out: face her former master once again. This time there's no temple, no hidden ruins, just the cold, dark corridors of a warship in deep space. Ahsoka and Vader clash, not just with blades, but with words. She tells him about the child she spared, the people she helped, the redemption she seeks. Vader mocks her, calls her weak, a traitor, but the battle doesn't end in death. Instead, Ahsoka does something unexpected. She deactivates her lightsabers. She kneels, not in surrender, but in defiance. She tells Vader she won't fight him anymore, that the next battle will be for his soul. Stunned, unsure, Vader leaves her alive. He tells Sidious she died. Ahsoka disappears, becomes a ghost, a whisper. The rebels believe she's dead, but some hear rumors of a hooded figure rescuing Force-sensitive children, of a lightsaber that glows not red or blue, but white. She travels the galaxy, undoing what she helped build, saving those she once hunted. She becomes the antithesis of what the Inquisitors stood for: not vengeance, not obedience, but redemption. Eventually, she finds Ezra, trains him, and together they lay the foundation for a new path, one beyond Jedi and Sith, a path of balance. And in this timeline, Ahsoka Tano became the Empire's weapon. She caused pain, she hunted Jedi, she ruled the Inquisitorius, but she also found her way back. Her fall was deep, but not final. Her journey through the darkness made her stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. In the end, she didn't just redeem herself, she helped ignite a new hope for the galaxy. Ahsoka's story reminds us that even the brightest light can cast long shadows, but it also proves that shadows can't exist without light. So what do you think? Would Ahsoka have made a better Grand Inquisitor, or was her destiny always to fight the Empire? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, like and subscribe for more alternate Star Wars stories, and as always, may the Force be with you.